Well, I'm just at Lake Windermere in the Lake District, and today's video is going to be a little bit different. I do love how easy these things are to set up. Very handy. Makes you so much more likely to use them. Well, I'm just at Lake Windermere in the Lake District, and today's video is going to be a little bit different. I'm going to be doing a little bit of kayaking. Now, my original plan for today and yesterday was to do a wild camp at Eastdale Tarn, and I was going to take the kayak with me there. However, yesterday morning I actually had to go to hospital and have minor surgery, which was unexpected. So that put paid to the idea of going for a wild camp at Eastdale Tarn. So today's plan is I'm just going to have a little mess around on Windermere in the Oru Lake Kayak, and then I'm going to go over to one of the islands or onto the shore just over there, and I'm just going to cook myself some sausage butties. Feel free to comment below and tell me how wrong I am calling it a butty. Is it a sarnie, a sandwich? I don't know. All I know is it's going to be some sausages inside some folded bread. So, whatever you want to call it. So, it's an absolutely beautiful day today, and it's actually been amazing all week, which very lucky for the kids, because it actually ties in with the children being off school. So it's a bit unusual, isn't it, for them to get good weather when they're off school. So I hope everyone's enjoying it. It does mean that it's extremely busy on the fells. So aside from the fact that I had that little minor surgery, probably wouldn't have been able to camp at Easdale Tarn anyway, I don't think. It would most likely be swarming with little tiny human beings. I've checked the weather for next week and it does look like it's going to be raining, so I'm just going to have to postpone the Easdale Tarn camp for a while. Because I'm planning on taking this kayak up there, it does need to be fairly good weather. Can't really be very windy because it'll just be a pain in the arse carrying this thing up there. So the kayak that I'm in is called the Oru Lake, and it's their lightest and easiest to assemble kayak. It really is a pretty amazing kayak, not without its flaws, but the fact that it's so light and so easy to assemble means that you can take it up mountains and all sorts of stuff. It really is quite portable. So, as I was saying, like the camp that I was planning on doing at Easdale Tarn, I was going to take this with me and have a little paddle around the tarn at night, or as the sun's setting. I know a lot of people are down on the NHS, but I can't really fault them at all. They're not perfect, but they are stretched to the limits all the time. I had pneumonia last year, and they were absolutely brilliant with me. I was in for about a week, and yesterday when I went in with the abscess on my bum cheek, I was assessed within an hour, and within 2 hours, 2.5 hours, I was having surgery. So I really can't fault them at all. We do need to respect the NHS and we do need to invest in it, because we're going to be absolutely gutted if it goes. I know that there's a few rivers that shoot off the lake. I'm not going to go and mess around with those today, but I wouldn't mind coming here one day when I've got a full day to have a little explore, because I might actually come here one day and try and do the entire length of it. It's a very big lake, so I might not be able to, but it'd be quite interesting to try. I do plan on doing a couple of camps and things with the kayak. I'm going to try and find myself a couple of little islands in the Lake District that I can kayak over to and camp on. I think that'll be quite nice. So what time are we on now? 7 o'clock. I'm paid up until nearly 9 o'clock. So I'm going to head over to the shore now, make me sausage butties, and then I'll kayak back and then just call it a day. At the moment I'm using a cheap Decathlon oar. I plan on getting a carbon fibre one at some point. They're quite pricey, but I think that'll really help kind of keep the weight down when I go wild camping with the kayak. The thing that makes these kayaks so good is the fact that they're so packable. You can just stick 3 of these inside your average car boot, and because you can do that, you don't need a roof rack or any faffing around. It makes you so much more likely to use them. So in the summer, I've probably always got one of these kayaks in my boot, and then if I'm doing like a hike or something and I've got a bit of time at the end of it, I can just go nip to a lake or something like that. It's really good indeed. Fucking motorbikes. I'm not a fan of motorbikes, you know. I just think it's interesting that motorcyclists really love being noisy, and I think they just think that everybody else thinks it's amazing, but I think most people just think it's fucking dead annoying. Like I tend to waffle non-stop when I'm hiking, but when I'm kayaking, it's a quite different experience in my mind, to be honest. I think it's very interesting is when I hike, I go really hyperactive. So my mind races loads. I don't find it tranquil like a lot of people do. I find it kind of, obviously just gets me endorphins and things going and makes me feel quite hyper. But I don't really feel that when I kayak, to be honest. When I kayak, it just feels quite still in a weird way. Saying that, like, I'll probably catch myself in a minute having some wacky thoughts. You squawking little shits. I'm quite conscious about intruding in other people's spaces, so I think where I'm heading now there's enough gap between these two parties for it not to be too much. So this will be quite interesting because I haven't got any waders or anything. Oh, there we go. Look at that. All the way in. Right then. So, alright. Yeah, give us a quick sec, mate, and I'll show you. Oh no, that's alright, mate. So,
Is that with us saying everything?
yeah, it is. Yeah, I mean, I've got a little camera there, but like,
Right. What's it made from, mate?
it's like corrugate, yeah. Yeah, you don't want to be spilling that though. It's way piss all, like.
Oh yeah.
So like, once it folds up, and then it's about like this big with this little handle there. So it just becomes like I say, like a little suitcase. So obviously,
Can you stow stuff in the back and?
yeah. So I mean, I've just put that there, but I can take like a backpack twice the size that I mean, you can see like the front and the back.
Yeah.
No, you've got like a fair amount there, so you can easily put like a full-on backpack or whatever in there.
Yeah, and all sorts.
No, that's much better. Beautiful. So, always use chipolatas because they're much thinner, so there's no risk of dying of food poisoning. Oh, yeah. Right then. Just because it's easier to carry, I just bring bread rather than baps or barms or batches or whatever the hell you want to call them. So a couple of pieces of now crushed bread. Fold them up. The sun's just going behind the mountain now, and oh my word, the temperature's just dropped very quickly. So it's gone really quite cold now that sun's gone down, so I'm going to go get my jacket, which is right next to me. And then in case anyone's interested, I am going to eat all of these. So I'll just plop. Yeah, oh, plop 3 on there.
You know how we can.
And just fold it over.
Imagine how we honestly. No, Mum. I think you might do
Gosh, that's a good brown sauce.
What is that?
Over here. Bon appetit. Simplest things, usually the nicest. Well, that was bloody delicious. Well, just finished my scran, so now I'm just gonna paddle back to the car.